Joining us now is author Ramona Trevino. She joins us to talk about her new book and about her journey from Planned Parenthood to pro-life activism. And thank you so much for being with us, Ramona.
Thanks for having me back.
Could you tell us a little bit about why you decided to write about your experience transitioning from an abortion referral clinic to being a pro-life activist?
Mm-hmm. You know, it wasn't an easy decision at all. I think when someone puts their life out there, you become very vulnerable, and so it wasn't something that I took lightly. But it just was required a lot of discernment, a lot of prayer, and through that prayer and discernment, I really felt like God was saying to me that He wanted me to share this story, not only to glorify Him, but to also help point people back to His church. You know, for me, I just took my Catholic faith so seriously and take it very seriously. And it played such an instrumental part in me, in my conversion and leaving Planned Parenthood, that I wanted to share that good news with everyone else and really share and spread the message of the power of the sacraments.
Ramona, you know, we all live obviously in a very secular culture, but you, in the book, are very forthright about your struggle to reconcile your identity as a daughter of God, facing a world that really challenges our human dignity. How did you resolve that struggle? Can you explain that to us and to our viewers?
Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know if I could explain it simply, but, you know, I think it was a journey for me spiritually to really understand and view myself through God's eyes. Because I think we struggle so much in this tug of war between the world and what God has created us for. And for me, you know, that was difficult to reconcile that and to look in the mirror and be able to see myself through God's eyes. I think that was the biggest part of it. And it wasn't something that I just simply woke up and was able to do. It required a lot of faith, a lot of prayer. I think, again, the power of the sacraments through reconciliation especially allowed for those graces to come through and allow me to see myself through God and to see what I'm really called to be. And that's, you know, we're all called to be saints. I'm not saying that I am, you know, but, you know, I strive for that. And that was what really allowed me to regain that peace and that sense of identity as who I am, really just a daughter of God.
In the past year, Ramona, of course, everybody's been seeing these videos from Planned Parenthood about these really disturbing videos. What is your reaction to them? Has anything been a surprise to you from seeing these?
You know, I don't know if I would necessarily say surprise, because I think when you're dealing with abortion and the people who are able to facilitate in these things, you know, nothing comes as a surprise, really. What I think the word that I would use more than anything is horror. I was really horrified by what I saw, because I think sometimes we think about abortion and it's merely just a concept, but to see it in that manner and to see it in these undercover videos, you get a firsthand look of what it's like to be inside. And I think it was just horrifying for me, because I wasn't directly connected to abortion in that way. So I never really experienced the abortion industry from that side. So to actually have that look and that peek inside of what goes on, it was horrifying to me. And I had to, again, kind of relive my own experiences and how I was facilitating in this gruesome business.
Ramona, very, very nice Skype transmission, by the way. You almost look like Pope Francis when he gives his talks, because he sits in a chair, he's got that white wall behind him. And what happened to that beautiful little girl who was beside you before we went on the air?
Oh my, she went off with Grandma, because I knew she wasn't going to let me talk.
Where are you Skyping us from, by the way?
I'm Skyping from my home in Trenton.
Very good. Well, it's so great to be able to chat with you. Now, your website, redeemedbygracebook.com, I know that shares your schedule. I took a look at it, your story in part, and a lot of upcoming events. What else will people find if they visit your website?
Well, they'll just see, like short bios of myself and my writer, Roxanne Solonin, some pictures there. And they'll be able to also see the book trailer, which is really means a lot to me because my daughter and I wrote the song that plays in the book trailer and my daughter performed it. So that has a special place in my heart. And they can also be linked to where they can purchase the book. And then I think there's also a link there for how to get connected with me to come speak.
RedeemedByGraceBook.com. We got it up on the screen. Great.
Well, thank you so much, Ramona, for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, have a great weekend.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.